Okay, this is for a YouTube video. That's the third time I'm recording this, the entire thing. Okay, so this is for a YouTube video, for a capoeira video, for a YouTube video for my medieval African history course. So capoeira is a art style. It's not an art style. It's a martial art style, and it was developed in Brazil by enslaved Africans brought over to Brazil. The Africans, the Africans practice capoeira as a way to escape enslavement in both body and mind. My first ever introduction to capoeira was some years ago, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. It was not a typical way of learning about something like capoeira, I guess. I don't really know what the typical way would be, but the first time I ever heard or seen or heard about it was because of a Bob's Burger video. YouTube, not YouTube. It was a episode, the fourth episode of the first season. The episode was titled "Sexy Dance Fighting." I don't exactly remember the episode or what happened in the episode. All I do remember is that Bob, the main character of the show, was daughter Tina, I think it was Tina. She was like interested in this capoeira art performer, and he taught her how to do it, and Bob thought it was stupid, and then Bob got his ass beat or whatever. I don't remember, but I thought it was fake the first time I ever seen it, and then I ended up forgetting about it until years after, and then I saw it again and I realized, oh, this is a real thing. And so I searched it up a little bit and found out that it was actually a Brazilian martial art, and that was pretty cool. And so the third time coming across it was for research, so I can do this YouTube video. And so capoeira is a martial arts style, a form, a performance. Is typically commonly referred to as dance fighting because of the way of the movements. Performers typically, they kind of sway their bodies side to side, and they also incorporate kicks into their move, mostly kicks, and you had to kind of dodge and duck and weave. You dodge over their heads or dodge under through their stomach or past their groin, just kind of barely get hit. And it's just kind of like, how close can I get to hitting the person in front of me without injuring or actually hitting them? And so the performers or dancers, they kick and weave at each other, and the other one moves by a hair through each other's groin, over their heads, or through their stomachs. And they also, sometimes they incorporate blades. And when they do incorporate blades, it's in between their toes or strapped to their ankles. Capoeira is also accompanied by music. The music is played from an instrument called a berimbau, which was used in the 19th century, Africa and Brazil. It was typically for storytelling, but it was incorporated into capoeira. So that's capoeira it originated in Brazil, brought over by African slaves. The slaves used capoeira as a way to fight. They practiced capoeira as a way to fight, and also as a way to mentally, physically, and in soul break free from this enslavement in Brazil. And because of what they practiced, it became very widespread, and it became synonymous with the words bandit and thief. It was eventually outlawed in Brazil. The slaves took capoeira and disguised it as a dance form in these marginal areas. The Africans moved to backwaters of Brazil, and they made these communities so that we can practice capoeira, not specifically for capoeira, but they did also practice capoeira, but they also had their culture flourished in these communities. These communities are called quilombos, quilombos. And historians believe that capoeira was made from these communities so that they could protect themselves from the Portuguese. During or after the Paraguayan War, refugees came over to the quilombos and were captivated by capoeira, and so that they wanted to learn what capoeira was, and so they came over to the quilombos, and the Africans taught them how to do it. And capoeira eventually became widespread yet again, and they taught these refugees the self-defense, but it was also for entertainment, and became widespread. And then even politicians, and even they had street performers in front of bars that would perform in front of bars for money, and also they had a berimbau, I did not say it. Berimbau, or I don't really know how to pronounce it. Let me see. The berimbau isn't the only instrument used in capoeira. There was also a pandeiro, a tambak, a go-go, and a reco, and there's also more instruments used in it.
Oi, my name is Gyro. Welcome to the world of capoeira. Capoeira is the most seductive form of self-defense. It combines peacefulness, fighting, and cardio in perfect harmony. Capoeira is breathtaking, but it is also breath-giving. You can advance through the stages by earning different colored chords at the Troca de Cordões.
Wow, I thought maybe you were doing it wrong, but that's actually what it looks like.
They're bringing the tambourine back.
That's a pandeiro, a Brazilian frame drum.
It's a tambourine. I'm gonna get mine. Those guys don't know how to shake it.
I don't get it. I mean, what am I looking at here?
Well, what is it? Is it some kind of dancing? Or what is it?
Gyro says it's not dancing. It's a deadly form of street fighting.
Oi, my name is